My dear friend, the life you dream of isn't far away. It's waiting patiently for you to feel its presence before it arrives. The secret to manifestation lies in feeling as though you already have it. Today, I will guide you through how to do just that, with love and intention. The energy you radiate is far more powerful than any words you speak or actions you take. It is your inner world, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotional state that sends a message to life itself. And life is always listening. The universe does not respond to desperation, to begging, to fear. It responds to frequency, to vibration, to the emotional tone you carry within your heart. When you feel lack, you attract more lack. When you feel gratitude, you attract more to be grateful for. That is the way this loving universe operates, not through punishment or reward, but through perfect energetic alignment. Many people do not realize this. They try so hard, they work endlessly, push forcefully, strive with all their might, yet feel stuck. They ask, why hasn't it come yet? Why isn't it working? And the answer is simple, though not always easy to accept, because the emotional energy behind the effort is one of not having. You cannot attract what you desire while embodying the belief that you don't deserve it, or that it's not here yet. The universe cannot bring abundance to someone who is deeply vibrating with fear of poverty. It cannot bring love to someone who is consumed by loneliness and self-doubt. It does not respond to need. It responds to alignment. When you are desperate, your energy becomes tight, heavy, and frantic. It says, I don't believe this is possible. I don't trust myself. I don't trust life. And that frequency pushes away the very thing you want, not as a punishment, but as a loving nudge for you to return to peace, to softness, to belief. Desperation comes from fear, and fear is the opposite of faith. The universe is always guiding you back to faith. Emotion is the language of the soul. It's how you communicate with the infinite intelligence that surrounds you. That's why the most powerful thing you can do to transform your life is to become emotionally aligned with what you want. Feel what it feels like to already have it. Practice joy before the reason to be joyful shows up. Feel love in your heart before the partner appears. Feel worthy before the opportunity is offered. This is not pretending, this is becoming. And when you become the version of yourself who has it, you no longer chase it, you attract it. Let's say you're longing for financial freedom. If you constantly think, I never have enough, money's hard to get, why does this keep happening to me? You are radiating scarcity. That energy repels wealth. But when you shift your focus to thoughts like, I am open to receiving, money flows to me with ease, I am abundant within, you start to feel a sense of peace. And in that peace, your vibration rises. You begin to match the frequency of abundance. Opportunities appear, ideas flow, life meets you at your new emotional level. This shift doesn't mean you ignore reality. It means you rise above it. It means you choose to lead with your inner world rather than react to the outer one. You don't wait for things to change to feel better. You feel better so things can change. You always have a choice. In every moment, you can choose the emotional tone of your life. And this choice is not made once. It is made again and again. Each morning you wake, each time a doubt creeps in, each time the old story tries to pull you back, you say, no, I am choosing a new vibration today. I am choosing love, not fear. I am choosing to trust, not worry. I am choosing to feel what I want before it comes. And the more you do this, the easier it becomes. Your energy begins to stabilize. You stop living in the chaos of desperation and start living in the calm of creation. Life begins to mirror your new emotional state. You find peace where there used to be panic. You find clarity where there used to be confusion. You find the courage to release control and allow the universe to bring what is already yours. You are a magnet. You are not meant to chase. You are meant to attract. And the secret to powerful attraction is emotional alignment. Feel good first. Feel safe first. Feel fulfilled first. And watch as everything begins to shift in your favor, not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. Emotions are your greatest tool. Use them wisely. Let them be your compass. And know this truth deeply. The universe responds to your energy more than your words, more than your actions, more than your plans. Speak the language of faith. Radiate the frequency of love. And life will respond with blessings beyond what you can imagine. You are already enough. You are already whole. Feel that now. Feel it fully. And let that feeling shape your beautiful reality. Everything begins with a feeling. Before the relationship, before the money, before the healing, before the opportunity, there is always a feeling that comes first. The secret to drawing your desires into your reality is learning to embody the feeling of having them before they physically show up. You do not need to wait for the world to give you permission to feel whole, abundant, loved, or successful. You can feel that now, and when you do, your life begins to mirror that energy back to you in ways that feel almost magical. You are not just a body walking through time. You are a magnetic field, a vibrational force, constantly broadcasting signals into the universe. Those signals are made up of your emotions, your thoughts, your inner beliefs. When you feel lack, even if you're thinking positively on the surface, you are still sending out the frequency of not enough. But when you align your emotions with the end result you desire, even before it arrives, you begin to collapse time. You bring the future into the present by allowing yourself to feel as if it's already here. This is not about pretending or playing games with the universe. It's about coming into alignment with the version of you who already has what you desire. Imagine that version of yourself, confident, peaceful, abundant, deeply loved. What does that person feel like? How do they walk? How do they speak? How do they treat themselves? When you start to show up as that version of you now, you no longer need to chase anything. Instead, you become a vibrational match for what you want, and it finds you. It is safe to feel good now. You don't have to wait until the circumstances are perfect. In fact, waiting only delays your blessings. The universe doesn't wait until you're ready. It responds when you are aligned. And alignment happens when your thoughts, emotions, and actions all vibrate at the frequency of what you desire. So if you want peace, be peaceful now. If you want love, radiate love now. If you want abundance, feel abundant now. It takes courage to feel joy when life hasn't yet changed, but this is the path to true transformation. When you can feel the outcome before you see the evidence, you are no longer a prisoner of your circumstances. You become a conscious creator. You stop saying, "I'll be happy when," and start saying, "I choose to be happy now." And from that place of inner fulfillment, your outer world naturally shifts. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. So become the energy of your desires. Dress as if you already believe in your worth. Speak as if your dreams are already on their way. Treat your life with reverence and respect, as though you are already living the reality you long for. This isn't delusion, it's devotion. It's the sacred act of loving yourself enough to stop waiting and start living. You can create this shift in any moment. All it takes is intention. You can place your hand over your heart, take a deep breath, and say, "How would I feel if it were already done?" And then allow yourself to feel that way. Even for a few minutes a day, practice living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Let it become a habit, a frequency you choose again and again, no matter what your current circumstances are. This is how miracles happen, not through force, but through emotional alignment. The universe responds to your energy like a mirror. If you radiate frustration, you get more reasons to be frustrated. If you radiate gratitude, you get more reasons to be grateful. When you embody the feeling of already having your desires, you create a powerful field of attraction that draws those very things to you. It's okay if you don't get it perfect. It's okay if doubt creeps in from time to time. Just return gently to the feeling. Keep choosing it. Keep honoring it. With practice, it becomes easier, and soon you'll notice small shifts around you. A door opens, a message arrives, an opportunity appears. These are not coincidences. They are reflections of your inner world taking shape in the outer one. So let go of the need to know how or when. That is not your job. Your job is to feel it, to embody it, to live as if the universe has already said yes, because it has. The moment you aligned your energy with your desire, it began moving toward you. You are worthy of everything you desire. You are safe to feel it now. And the more you feel it, the more real it becomes. Life is always listening. Show it who you truly are. Someone who believes, someone who receives, someone who lives from love instead of fear. Everything you're waiting for is waiting for you to feel it first. So feel it now, be it now, and watch how beautifully your reality begins to transform. You are not your circumstances. You are not what happened to you, what they said about you, or what you've lost. You are not defined by the chaos, the heartbreak, or the struggle you walk through. Those are experiences, some painful, some humbling, but they are not the essence of who you are. They are chapters, not your identity. And you get to decide who you are, not based on your past, but on the truth you choose to live from in this present moment. It is easy to confuse the noise of life with the voice of your worth. When things go wrong, when people leave, when doors close, it can feel like life is reflecting your value. But that is an illusion. Circumstances are fleeting. They shift and change like seasons. Your worth is eternal. It is not up for debate. It does not rise and fall with your bank account, your relationship status, or your job title. You are valuable simply because you exist. You are a unique and divine expression of life itself, and no external experience can take that away from you. So many of us grew up believing we had to earn our worth, that if we performed well, pleased others, stayed quiet, or worked hard enough, then we would finally be good enough. But this is a painful illusion. You were worthy the moment you took your first breath. You do not have to prove anything. You do not have to chase validation or beg for love. You only have to remember who you are beneath the layers of fear and doubt that life may have placed on you. Even when everything seems like it's falling apart, you are still whole. Even when you feel broken, there is a light inside of you that cannot be dimmed. It may feel far away, it may feel quiet, but it is there, patiently waiting for you to return to it. The truth is, circumstances are like passing clouds. Some days they bring storms, other days they bring sunshine, but you are the sky. Vast, constant, unchanging, and you can hold all of it with grace. When you begin to disconnect your identity from your situation, you create space for healing and transformation. You realize that you are not stuck. You are simply in motion. You are learning, evolving, and unfolding. Just because you've been hurt doesn't mean you are unlovable. Just because you've struggled doesn't mean you are destined to suffer. Just because things are hard now doesn't mean they will always be this way. You are allowed to start again. You are allowed to outgrow what no longer serves you. You are allowed to dream bigger, even if no one around you understands. You are allowed to rise, to rebuild, to reclaim your joy, and you do not need anyone's permission to do so. Begin to speak to yourself with kindness. Be gentle with your heart. It has carried you through so much. Celebrate the fact that you are still here, still breathing, still showing up. That is strength. That is resilience. And that is enough. You may not be where you want to be yet, but you are not behind. You are not late. You are not lost. You are exactly where you are meant to be for your growth and awakening. Trust that life is not punishing you, it is preparing you. Every closed door, every delay, every setback is redirecting you towards something better, something more aligned with your truth. You are allowed to feel your emotions, but you do not have to be consumed by them. You are allowed to acknowledge your pain, but you do not have to wear it like a badge. You are allowed to grieve, but you are also allowed to hope. Hope is not foolish. It is a form of strength. It is your soul's way of remembering that light always returns, even after the darkest night. What's happening around you is not who you are. The world may try to label you, limit you, or box you in, but you are infinite. You are energy. You are potential waiting to be expressed. And when you align with that truth, when you stop identifying with your wounds and start identifying with your wisdom, life begins to rise up to meet you. Start telling yourself a new story. Not the story of what's missing or what went wrong or who didn't show up, but the story of your power, the story of how you kept going, the story of how you are choosing to love yourself in a world that constantly tells you not to. That is a story worth telling. That is a life worth living. You remember, your circumstances do not define you. Your soul does. And your soul is beautiful, powerful, radiant, and whole. Let that be your truth. Let that be your foundation. And watch how everything begins to change from the inside out. It's safe to feel good now. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. You don't have to wait until all the bills are paid, until the relationship is healed, until the body is perfectly healthy, or the job is exactly what you want. You don't have to delay your joy. You don't have to earn your peace. You don't have to justify your happiness to anyone. You are allowed to feel good now in this very moment, exactly as things are. So many of us have been taught to believe that feeling good is something that comes after we fix everything. We've been conditioned to postpone our joy until all the boxes are checked, all the problems are solved, all the wounds are healed. But joy isn't the reward, it's the medicine. It's a vibration that helps life respond more gently, more lovingly, more abundantly. When you allow yourself to feel good now, you become a magnet for all that is aligned with that feeling. There is no need to punish yourself by carrying pain longer than necessary. There is no nobility in suffering just to prove you're trying hard enough. Your worth is not measured by how much discomfort you can tolerate. It's measured by how deeply you are willing to receive the goodness that life wants to offer you. And sometimes receiving goodness means letting yourself smile in the middle of uncertainty. It means laughing while the pieces are still coming together. It means feeling peace while the outcome is still unknown. You are not betraying your responsibilities by choosing joy. You are not ignoring your challenges by welcoming pleasure. You are not being naive or careless by allowing happiness to enter your heart again. In fact, it takes courage to feel good when the world tells you that you shouldn't. It takes strength to soften, to open, to trust, especially when you've been hurt. But every time you choose to feel good, genuinely, peacefully, freely, you are choosing to realign with your true self. The part of you that wants to feel good is not lazy, it is wise. It knows that your natural state is wellness, harmony, and joy. It knows that you are meant to thrive, not just survive. And when you let yourself feel good now, even for a moment, you begin to shift your entire energetic state. That shift doesn't just affect your mood. It ripples into your relationships, your health, your creativity, your choices. Feeling good raises your vibration. And when your vibration rises, so does the quality of everything around you. So let yourself exhale. Let yourself breathe deeply. Let yourself notice the beauty in the small things. A warm cup of tea, a ray of sunlight, a kind word, a song that lifts your spirit. These moments are not distractions from your healing. They are your healing. Joy is a healer. Peace is a transformer. Pleasure is a guide. And you are safe to embrace them all. There might be a voice inside you that says, but what if it doesn't last? That voice has been trying to protect you. It believes that if you expect the worst, you won't be disappointed. But the truth is, denying yourself joy doesn't protect you from pain. It just robs you of the gifts available right now. Feeling good now doesn't mean everything will be perfect forever. It simply means you're choosing to love yourself enough to enjoy this moment without fear of the next one. You are allowed to feel good, even if things aren't perfect. You are allowed to feel light, even if part of your heart still aches. Emotions can coexist. You can hold sadness in one hand and gratitude in the other. You can walk through uncertainty with laughter in your chest. You are a vast being, capable of feeling many things at once. And the more you give yourself permission to feel good now, the more your nervous system begins to relax, the more your heart opens, and the more life begins to reflect that goodness back to you. You are not waiting for a future moment to feel whole. You are whole now. You are not waiting for someone else to make you happy. You are happiness in motion. You are not waiting for the storm to end. You are the calm in the center of it. You don't have to earn peace. You don't have to chase joy. You only have to remember that it's always been inside of you, quietly waiting for your permission to rise. So give yourself that permission. Let today be the day you say yes to feeling good, even if it's just a little, even if it's unfamiliar, even if you think you don't deserve it yet, you do. You always have. Feeling good is your birthright. It is your home, and you are safe to return to it now. Affirmations are more than just words. They are energetic anchors that hold your vibration steady when the world around you tries to pull you in every direction. They are reminders of who you truly are, especially when your circumstances tempt you to forget. When spoken with love and intention, affirmations help redirect your thoughts, calm your nervous system, and reprogram the subconscious mind with new beliefs rooted in truth, power, and self-worth. Every thought you think is an affirmation. Every sentence you repeat silently or out loud becomes a declaration to the universe, a signal of your inner state. If you often say, I can't do this, nothing ever works out for me, or I'm not good enough, those are affirmations too. They may not be positive, but they are powerful nonetheless. The universe listens not only to your desires, but to your declaration. That's why it is so important to become conscious of what you are affirming each day, because your words are shaping your reality, one sentence at a time. Affirmations don't work because they are magic. They work because they shift your focus. They train your mind to seek evidence of love, healing, abundance, and possibility. They give you a new lens through which to view life. When you say, I am safe, even in the middle of uncertainty, you're telling your body and spirit that you choose peace over panic. When you say, I am worthy of love, even when you feel abandoned, you are inviting the truth to speak louder than your pain. These words begin to soothe the ache and soften the hard edges of your fear. You don't have to believe the affirmation completely at first. It's okay if it feels unfamiliar. What matters most is your willingness to practice, to repeat, and to plant the seeds. Each time you say it, you are watering the garden of your mind. And just like any garden, what you nurture begins to grow. In time, your subconscious will accept these loving truths as your new normal. That is how real change begins, by speaking to yourself as the person you are becoming, not the one you used to be. Affirmations are also acts of self-care. They are emotional nourishment. You wouldn't skip meals for days and expect to feel strong. The same goes for your thoughts. When you feed your mind daily with empowering, healing words, you begin to feel stronger, calmer, and more in tune with your inner power. Your energy becomes steadier. You stop reacting so quickly to outside chaos. You return again and again to your inner sanctuary, built not by chance, but by the foundation of words you chose with love. Sometimes affirmations are your lifeline. In the middle of heartbreak, fear, or loss, your mind may spiral. But one small sentence like, "I trust the process of life," or "I am held by something greater than myself," can bring you back to center. Even if you whisper it through tears, that whisper carries power. It carries healing. And with every repetition, it begins to dissolve the illusion of separation and reconnect you to your inner truth. You can speak affirmations aloud, you can write them down, you can listen to them as you fall asleep, you can say them in the mirror, looking yourself in the eyes with compassion. However you choose to use them, do so with presence. Let each word be an offering to your soul. Let it be a light in the places that feel dark. Let it be a rope that pulls you back to shore when you feel lost in the wave. Your energy responds to your voice. When you speak life, life responds. When you declare love, love flows. When you choose to say, "I am enough, I am healing, I am powerful," even in your weakest moments, you are reclaiming the authorship of your story. You are no longer letting fear narrate your life. You are no longer letting the past dictate your future. You are choosing to align with your highest self. And that is a sacred act. There may be days when your mind wants to resist. It will say, "This isn't true. This is silly. This won't change anything." But those are just old patterns fighting to stay in place. You can thank them for trying to protect you and then gently return to your affirmations. Every time you do, you are rewiring your inner world. Every time you return, you are choosing to believe in something greater than fear. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. Speak your affirmations like gentle prayers. Let them be your daily devotion. Your body will begin to relax, your heart will begin to open, your mind will begin to believe, and your life will begin to reflect the truth you've been affirming all along, that you are whole, that you are worthy, and that you are more powerful than you've ever known. What you feel, you become. It is one of the simplest yet most powerful truths of life. Every emotion you carry is shaping you, molding your energy, and creating the path you walk. You are not just a passive receiver of experiences. You are a vibrant creator of your reality. And the starting point of all creation is the feeling within. We live in a world that teaches us to focus on doing, fixing, achieving. We are taught that if we work hard enough, strive long enough, or control things tightly enough, life will finally feel good. But it is not the outer effort that transforms our life. It is the inner energy. You could do all the right things and still feel empty if your inner world is ruled by fear, doubt, or lack. But when you feel peace, when you feel gratitude, when you feel joy, everything begins to shift even before anything changes outside of you. Your feelings are not random. They are powerful indicators of the vibration you are offering to the universe. When you feel something deeply, consistently and genuinely, you begin to embody it. It becomes part of who you are. And from that embodiment, your life begins to take shape. If you walk through the world with the energy of love, you attract experiences and people who reflect that love. If you feel constantly anxious and unworthy, life brings you situations that confirm those emotions, not as punishment, but as a mirror. Your outer world is always echoing your inner one. This is why emotional awareness is so important. You cannot change what you are unaware of. Many of us walk through life feeling overwhelmed, discouraged, or numb without ever questioning why we feel that way. We assume those emotions are just reactions to what's happening, but often they are patterns we've picked up over time, habits of feeling that have become our emotional home. And once something becomes familiar, even if it's painful, we tend to return to it out of comfort. But you are allowed to change. You are allowed to feel something new. You are allowed to choose a higher frequency and live from a place of peace. Choosing what you feel does not mean denying your emotions. It means recognizing that emotions are energy in motion. They pass through us, but they don't have to define us. You can honor your sadness without becoming it. You can witness your fear without feeding it. You can acknowledge your anger without letting it take over. And then you can gently shift toward calm, toward compassion, toward healing. This shift is a practice. It is a moment-by-moment decision. It is asking yourself, what am I feeling right now? And is this what I want to become? If the answer is no, then breathe, pause, speak to yourself kindly, choose a new thought, reach for a better feeling. Even a small shift in your emotional tone can change the energy you send out, and that energy ripples into every corner of your life. You are more powerful than you've been told. You are not just a body, you are energy. And that energy responds not to what you wish, but to what you feel. You may want abundance, but if you constantly feel lack, you are aligning with the absence of what you desire. You may crave love, but if you feel unworthy of it, you are vibrating in the energy of loneliness. That's why the first step to becoming something is feeling it now. Not someday, not when everything is perfect, but now. This doesn't mean you pretend or force yourself to feel something you don't. It means you gently guide yourself. You imagine what it would feel like to be who you want to be. You step into the emotion of that version of you. You let that feeling fill your heart and body, even if just for a few moments a day. And over time, those moments become your new reality. When you start to live as if your dreams are already true, the universe responds, opportunities show up, people arrive, paths open, not because you chased them, but because you became the version of yourself that naturally attracts them. What you feel, you become. What you become, you attract. This is the flow of life. So begin with your feelings, nourish them, be gentle with them. Let yourself feel joy for no reason. Let yourself celebrate before there's anything to celebrate. Let yourself feel love without needing anyone to give it to you. Let yourself feel successful before the world gives you permission. You are creating from the inside out. You are becoming something beautiful, not because you forced it, but because you felt it first. Trust your feelings. Heal them when needed. Elevate them when possible. Honor them always. And know with deep certainty that whatever you consistently feel, you are becoming. Let that truth empower you. Let it guide you. Let it free you. Because your future is not something you wait for. It's something you feel into being.